Hours after guilty verdicts in the deaths of their loved ones, Sarah and Gina Sansom are still reeling after 2 weeks of testimony.
Maurice and Jake were on trial, not Anthony and Roger.
Jacob Sansom and his uncle Maurice Cardinal were shot and killed in March 2020. Tuesday, Anthony Bilodeau and his father Roger were found guilty. But the Sansoms say the justice is tainted because throughout the trial, defense lawyers tried to prove the Métis men had been drunk and aggressive.
They painted it up as if he was he was an alcoholic. The same old stereotypes they paint Indigenous peoples as if his name, his family, who he was as a person does not exist.
How are they talking about Jake and Maurice? Like, it doesn't seem like they're talking about them because that's not who they were.
The Bilodeaus spotted a vehicle they didn't recognize near their property, chasing it down a rural road, believing the strangers were thieves. No evidence of theft was ever found. When the vehicles stopped, a fight started. Anthony testified he shot the victims in self-defense. The younger Bilodeau was found guilty of the second-degree murder of Cardinal, but the lesser charge of manslaughter in the death of Sansom.
Barish was able to convince a jury that my brother was a violent drunk. A violent drunk, even though my brother was none of those things.
Every day in our courtrooms, I ask witnesses, regardless of their background, about alcohol, because we know alcohol affects a whole bunch of issues that are important in a trial, like perception, judgment, response. We ask all witnesses that.
Still, the family believes changes are necessary right across Canada so Indigenous criminal cases are treated differently.
That's the cultural safe space practice, is educating lawyers, educating the RCMP, educating the Crown, educating even our judges to look for these things. And the jury will need to be instructed in these things.
A legacy these women will work towards now that there's been a guilty verdict. Breanna Karstens-Smith, Global News, Edmonton.